In this video, I'm going to show you how to build 3 professional calligraphy brushes in Procreate from scratch. I'll guide you step by step through every setting, so by the end of this video, you'll have a complete library for the most popular styles of calligraphy. And that's even if you never opened the brush studio before. Now, the reason we're making exactly 3 brushes is that the word calligraphy is actually an umbrella term. A brush that works for expressive script won't really work for the rigid angles of blackletter calligraphy. That's why we are building a specialized tool for modern brush calligraphy, a high pressure brush for Copperplate, and a flat edge brush for blackletter, also known as Gothic calligraphy, as well as other broad edge scripts such as italic, foundational, and so on. So in case you want to stop struggling with the default brushes that you get inside of Procreate, stick around because this is definitely the video for you.
Alright friends, so here we are in Procreate, and I think the first step is to actually explain how brushes are made in Procreate, because I think once you understand this core concept, everything is gonna make so much more sense, and the whole process of creating brushes is gonna be so much easier for you. So yeah, once I get inside of Procreate, I can open up my brush panel and open up the brush studio by hitting the plus icon as you just saw. And brushes in Procreate are essentially created with 2 ingredients. The first one being the stamp, actually the shape of the brush, not the stamp, sorry. And the second one being the grain. The brush is the continuation of our shape. So pretty much the look of our brush is gonna be dictated by the shape of the brush that we create. And the grain is basically the texture. It's gonna be what's inside of the continuation of that line stroke that we create. So basically these 2 are the main ingredients that we're gonna work with creating these brushes. Most likely we're not gonna touch even the grain because it's mostly related to brushes to create textures and things like that. So we're gonna keep it wide. So we're predominantly gonna be working with the shape and a few of the settings that you see here on the side. You don't have to know all of them. So yeah, let's get started with our first brush, which is gonna be a brush for modern brush calligraphy, something that resembles a traditional brush pen. What we're gonna do is go back to our main menu and create a new canvas in the size of a square. The reason we do that is because most of our brushes, the shape comes into a square size. It's gonna be easier to create if we do it in a square format. First of all, I'm gonna change the background color into black, and I'm gonna select a regular brush, a stock brush that comes inside of the default brush library of Procreate. I'm gonna use the technical pen to create my shape. So what I'm gonna do for create the brush that resembles the real brush pen is create a shape that kind of looks like the shape that creates a real brush pen on paper. So I have my brush pen here and a piece of paper here just to demonstrate this really quickly. So if I just press and stamp this brush onto a piece of paper, I get this shape, as you can see maybe here, something that resembles kind of like a teardrop. I'm gonna go back into Procreate and I'm gonna create a teardrop shape. And I'm just eyeballing it here. I'm not doing anything perfectly. Everything is just an estimation of what I think should look right. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna drop this here and maybe clean this section a little bit more. I'm gonna select it and I'm gonna center it so I know it's in the middle. All right, I can go ahead and select it again. Swipe 3 fingers down to open up this pop-up menu and select copy. Then I'm gonna go inside of my brush studio. On the left side of the menu, I go to the section where it says shape, and I go here where it says edit. I'm gonna select import, and I'm gonna hit paste, which is gonna paste my shape that I created, the teardrop shape. And I'm gonna hit done. And now we're gonna go ahead and tweak these settings. So I don't want any spacing whatsoever. I want it to be a full continuation of the stamp. So we're gonna work with stabilization a lot doing these calligraphy brushes in Procreate, and the main reason for that is friction. There is much less friction going on the iPad because this is a glass surface and this is a plastic tip, and it glides much more easily compared to a brush pen on paper. So we have to compensate for that, and we do that by increasing the streamline option and the stabilization option. I usually put, for this type of brushes, I put it to around 60 to maybe 65%. I put a bit of pressure as well, and I put a little bit of stabilization as well. You can go on and copy these settings that I put here, but you can tweak them and put different amounts depending on your needs. The best way to do it is to test it out and see for yourself what suits you best. But remember the friction is the main reason why we use stabilization. Next up, that is super important for me, we're gonna skip all of this and go straight up to the Apple Pencil. One of the main things that I'm gonna do and change is the size option under pressure. We're gonna slide it all the way up. And what this setting does is basically it allows me to create thinner lines when I put less pressure and thicker lines when I put more pressure. Let me show you. As you can see, now I have a brush that starts to work very similarly to a real brush pen. I'm gonna lower the opacity all the way to 0. Finally, the last thing that we're gonna change is the maximum and minimum size, because I don't want there to be too big of a difference between the thick and the thin, as you can see here. So I'm gonna increase the minimum size to 9% and maybe put this at 85. The last thing to do is to name it. I'm gonna name it Bingo. I don't know. Okay, we have our Bingo brush ready to be tested, and let's give it a try. All right, I really like how it looks already. All right, so this is my Bingo brush. This should be a close interpretation of a real brush pen. And I think I did a pretty good job, considering that it took me only a few minutes of playing around with the settings. For our second brush, we're gonna create broad edge brush to do Blackletter, also known as Gothic calligraphy, but also other broad edge scripts such as italic, foundational, and so on and so forth. For that kind of brush, we're gonna have to do a flat edge. I wanna create something that resembles more a real flat brush with the synthetic hairs. So first thing to do is, of course, create the shape. And instead of doing a straight line, we're gonna do a bit of a curvature to get something like this, and we're gonna make it a bit thicker on the edges like that. And as you can see, I'm being very rough with it. I'm not doing anything to perfection like this. All right, it has to be a bit messy because it has to imitate the real behavior of a real brush. The second thing I'm going to do, I'm gonna select my eraser. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do little cuts inside of the brush like this. What this is going to do is gonna give me the effect of texture as I'm working with the brush, which you're gonna see just in a second. So I'm just doing this very randomly. I'm gonna select the shape. I'm gonna swipe with 3 fingers, copy it, and go to my brush studio. I'm gonna hit edit on the shape, import, paste, boom, there we have it. And this already looks better. Hold on, let's go to stroke pad. Let's decrease the amount of spacing. So stabilization, again, I'm gonna increase the streamline to about 64%. I'm gonna do the pressure to about 15%. Stabilization to around 10%. We're gonna go and jump straight into the Apple Pencil. We're not gonna switch the size. We're gonna leave it in the middle to 0% because we want constant thickness. Sorry, I forgot to mention one extremely important thing. In the shape section, we want to turn on the option azimuth, which is basically going to allow our shape to twist and turn based on the motion and the movement of our Apple Pen. And the reason why we want this option to be turned on is because in case we leave it turned off, the nib is always gonna face at a 45-degree angle as it's created here in this shape. And although for Blackletter you want to keep a constant of 45-degree angle or 30 or whatever, in real life calligraphy, sometimes you have little movements in the angle of the pen to create more dynamic looking calligraphy and more, I guess, human looking calligraphy. You don't want everything to be mechanically straight. You need that bit of a change in your strokes. So we're gonna turn it on and leave it like that. So as I said, the size stays at 0, but this time the opacity, I want it to increase to the max. So yeah, let's give it a try and see how this brush performs. Sometimes it's really difficult for me to talk at the same time as I'm doing calligraphy because I struggle with the focus. I don't know if I'm the only one who has this issue. Maybe it's not an issue, maybe it's good to be quiet sometimes. But as you can see, this brush looks pretty decent in my opinion. Obviously nothing can really take place over a real brush and real ink, but I think this looks pretty decent. I don't know, what do you think? So, flourishing. Something like that, maybe. I think this looks pretty decent. I don't know. Like, I really like the brush strokes. I like the difference between the opacity in the pressure of the strokes. Last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and create our last brush for this tutorial, which is a Copperplate brush. And this is gonna be fairly similar to the first brush that we created. First, let me just create the shape. And then I'm going to distort it using the selection tool and the distort option. I'm just gonna make it a bit flatter and a bit tilted like this. Perfect. And I'm gonna move it to the center. Next up, I'm gonna use my eraser to slightly smooth out these sharp angles because I don't need them, and you're gonna see soon why is that the case. Like that, and there you go. All right, perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect, although it is perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Selection tool, 3 fingers down, copy, go to the brush studio, gonna go here, select the plus icon to create a new brush, go to my shape. We already did that with the previous two. Import, paste, boom, bada boom, all done, set. Yes, please, thank you. Stroke pad, reduce this to 0, stabilization. The first difference here is that I'm gonna increase this to about at least 90%. The reason for that is that Copperplate is a much more delicate and precise script compared to brush calligraphy or even Blackletter for that matter, and it requires a bit more precision and it requires more friction, which I don't have on the iPad, so I have to compensate by increasing the amount of the streamline. I'm gonna do the same for the pressure, to put it maybe to 15%, and the stabilization maybe to 15% as well. Once again, if you would like to tweak these options, feel free to do so. It doesn't have to be so strict. Next up, we're gonna go to the Apple Pencil and slide this opacity all the way to none and increase the size all the way to the max. And lastly, reduce the maximum size, this one right here. So I need it to be a bit smaller. So let's say, actually, let's do it to 25%. Perfect. So let's give it a test. Okay, I haven't done Copperplate in a while, so I'm a bit rusty. So let's try and see how it works.
Yes.
All right, I think the brush looks pretty decent. So yeah, not the best attempt, but again, I could still play and tweak the settings to my taste, but I think this is good enough just to show you a bit how these things work.
And there you have it, friends, your own custom built calligraphy toolkit. If you found this helpful, drop a comment below and let me know which one of these 3 brushes is your favorite one to use. If you want to skip this whole setup and grab my personal expanded brush set, I've left a link in the description for you. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of lettering and calligraphy. And yeah, now go and grab your Apple Pencil and start practicing. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!